Beck Sue, and this is Amen Communications. We are live and direct at Club 609, and we have featured here one of the major managers, and he's my president, Emwot. He has a KINGPEN coalition. He made a point of telling me that the pen has an E in it to represent literacy and the support of at-risk youth, and that is part of his foundation. So we have KINGPEN. How are you doing today, sir?
Tired.
Tired? Oh yeah, it's been
running since Wednesday.
It's been an avalanche. It's been wonderful hanging out with Brother Rick Ross. He is dynamic. I have to take my hat off to him. The legacy of life that he has given us. Just let me just start off asking you, what do you think that we did, or I'll give you the props as president, what did we do in order to create a relationship that was distinguished? How did we get picked to represent him here in Kansas City?
I think we got picked by follow through. I would definitely say endurance. Enduring trying tasks and situations, continuing to do the follow through regardless of, say, getting the results we necessarily wanted, and still doing our part. Always doing our part, regardless of how the outcome is. Always doing our part. I think Rick, being around every different type of person you probably can think of, he's able to recognize certain things in people. I call it seeing the unseen. I think what he saw in us is work ethic, no excuses, just pretty much keeping our word. We're going to do what we say we're going to do. That's it. I think that's what really built that relationship to where we're at today. We just continue to do that. As long as we don't mess that up, we shouldn't have no problem.
I agree. I kind of think there's also some kind of chemistry in the dynamics of Emwot, in that the Emwot, or East West Truths, had been established by Sauce Matter Mosley, and taking my props adoration or respect for him. He is established and maintained the East West Truths. Then working as a president, he took on the legacy of passing it down to the youth, passing that energy down and cultivating it. And so I give my props to him in that he is a teacher of teachers. He's a teacher of leaders.
He's a griot.
He works to engage that in our community, and I give him that. I think that dynamic works in that, with yourself being a young man, coming up, and just generating that energy. And life has its ups and downs, but you just you have that encouragement. And then just to move from there to Garage Entertainment, and then KINGPEN Coalition, and the Griot Gathering CD, and all of the other dynamic things that I've seen you perform. You just go time after time after time. And I just remember Sauce Matter saying, that the main thing you did was outdo him. And that,
I wasn't trying to outdo,
a tornado. He's a tornado.
I was just trying to outdo myself.
That's
it. I try to outdo myself every day. If I did it before, I can do it again.
That's
next time I can do it better, because I should have learned from doing it last time what I need to polish, what I need to be better at. I've been doing even, the fun thing. I was doing that. I was actually, a few people know, one of the first people in the city to actually run a club event. I was young. I was like 16 at the time. I'm not going to play any club names out there to incriminate. The name probably ain't even here no more, but yeah, we were in the club a little too young. We kind of grew up very fast due to just how we grew up and lived and everything. So, yeah, definitely. Everything you say about South State is on point, because probably when I met South State, they had a rumor about me. I was a pretty wild guy, very hot-headed and ill-tempered, and which is probably true, you know, but at the same time, just growing up, witnessing the things we witnessed in situations and things, knowing that things weren't right, but we just had to witness injustices all over, kind of like a Ferguson situation, but, you know, we were living through these situations, similar types of, just the mentality of it. Not having somebody to say, hey man, this ain't cool. You think it's not cool? You know, or are we just really are we what we're being mislabeled as? Are we really that? Because that's all we keep hearing, that's all we're told. You know, are we better than this? Are we able to be better than this? We don't have any examples. You know, we understand the realities of that, but we just needed examples. We needed people to quit discouraging us and instead teach us, educate us. You know, don't discourage us if we don't know something at the time. We're trying, you know, at least pull us to the side of us, hey, you should try it this way. You know, instead of just enforcing their own thoughts and opinions on us, kind of letting us figure it out as well. You know, I think that's kind of what happened. Because I've seen, to deal with Emwot, oh man, I done seen a lot of things come a long way, definitely a long way, man. I remember at first, like one event we did at an event, Weatherbees. And nobody wanted to do anything with that club because it had a reputation and stigma that everyone didn't agree with. And we said, we'll take the challenge on and do it because we want to learn how to do this. If it ain't today, it's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to figure it out. That's just kind of how I move. And I remember one event we did in December, we had to celebrate my boy's birthday. But he had got shot, you know, 6 times. And being, you know, young, man. We were young, you know. This is a reality. Like, we really lived through this. It's like, we still keep going. We gotta keep going. Even though we didn't know when it was gonna happen, you know, how it was gonna turn out. You know, he's sitting in the hospital bed, you know, with bullets on him on his birthday. We gotta really appreciate, hey, we don't even know if this would be his last birthday or not. You know, just little things like that, but that in a sense, instead of leaving it as just being a tragic situation, you gotta learn how to turn that into triumph. Now we look today, you know, the doctor said he couldn't walk. And this is our cool sense of humor, we used to call him Knuckles. Because he had to drag himself on Knuckles because he couldn't walk, you know. And that's our way of encouraging, because that's kind of how we was taught to be encouraged. Like, oh, you ain't strong enough, you know, like, you know, you can't use your leg, you still ain't strong enough, you're strong. And now we look today, you know, we hear the doctors say, hey, you're not gonna walk ever again, blah, blah. This dude is walking everywhere, upstairs, carrying stuff, we lifting weights, you know, and it's like, we did what they said we couldn't do. We're always gonna do what they say we can't do if we believe in ourselves.
Well, let's go back to Rick Ross. He is here, and everybody, I think every section that I have sat in, he has been asked the same question. What about Ferguson? What about East St. Louis? How you feel about that? And then you recall his response, because it's pinnacle.
His response is, it's unjust, but he kind of said it keeps happening, you know, it's been happening. And we got the edited cut, you know, when you do interviews sometimes, that's why they have edited software for, you know, for those tough questions.
Yeah.
Because I could say, honestly, I don't know the answer to that, but I've been working. I've been catching what I can with the interviews, and then usually what he says, I get stuck in it. And we trying to catch up to what he just said, like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, just how dynamic it is. So, I've seen so many, but he's also, wow, he's answered the same questions the same way, but not the same way. I've actually watched him do that. It's very smart. So, yeah, next question, please.
All right.
What about the products? What about the products y'all saw?
Oh, man, he came over here with a suitcase. The Antonio Banderas suitcase from Desperado, you know, the bulletproof with the suitcase, and I thought he was gonna pull a bazooka out of it or something, but it was books, you know. I was like, whoa.
T-shirts.
Man, we had this, it's like the biggest, we put another suitcase in the suitcase, that's how big the suitcase is. But we can't do that because the suitcase is empty. I was like, hey man, you got some more books? He's like, yeah, I got them shipped in, man. You know, got them shipped in. I was like, we only got one box left. It's might need to get some more books, you know. But that's good because actually we did it with the Emwot structure, the organizational structure. We have a media team, we have a person manning the vending for them, we have people dealing with entourage problems. People trying to hop on like a remora to a shark, We can't say leeches because that's too big shady. We'll switch it up a little bit. We're artists, But man, I'm learning a lot as far as watching this, even doing this with Rick, seeing the thing that I go through being an artist, but to that caliber, wow, it's a lot. You definitely need a team to be successful because there's so many components of it. There's no way you can do it all yourself. If you don't have that team, your success ratio will definitely go down. But that's why I learned with Emwot, definitely having a supporting cast, but people that are expertise in their field. We have an IT person. Boom, we have this person handles that, they know the job well. It's just, that's what made it cohesive. It ain't me. It ain't me. It's this sense of community within an organization. Exactly, and we can replicate that in the actual community. I don't see no reason why it shouldn't work the exact same way.
Now, what brings you to Liberty? All the way to Liberty?
Freedom. Liberty and justice. Because in life, what are you supposed to pursue?
Pursuit of happiness.
And what?
Oh, liberty.
That's right. So I got a lot happier when I started pursuing liberty. But actually, liberty kind of pursued me. What I did was, I understand it's greater Kansas City. I don't look at it as just the east side, just the west side, just out south, down north, and then north, and then down north. That makes sense to me. It must be the midtown. But anyway, just expanding who we are as a city. We know who we are in the city. If you're in the city, you know you're in the city. Why? Because you're in the city. But other people hear what they hear about you, but they don't go to the city because they're scared or they're like, oh man, the things I hear are so negative. So okay, we'll come to you guys and let you know not everything is like that. You can actually help build a relationship and expand it, and also help create economic incentives and economic development for those areas by just working with each other. That's the whole what's the word? Preface. Big word. Now I gotta go grab a dictionary. Precipice. Yeah, precipice.
Precipice. Okay.
Precipice. Say that 4 times fast. 1 time fast. Precipice. We don't need people to fight precipice. Okay, cool. So what we're doing is definitely building relationships. It goes directly what's in the mission statement of East meets Western Truths. Bridging that economic gap, bridging that racial relationship gap, within these other regions, these other demographics, these other regions, and that's what we're doing here. We're actually, hey guys, we can actually do legitimate business, and we can actually be successful. We can actually start taking ourselves, define ourselves financially and economically, like this actually have a legitimate business and not other ulterior. Same thing with Rick, just explain it to everybody on the tour. You ain't gotta sell drugs, you can sell greens, and not just greens, I'm talking about collard greens, mustard greens, things like that. But if you do that same mentality, you can be successful regardless. It's got nothing to do with that, it's with your mind, playing your mind. That's why I'm Liberty.
Tell me about the future. What's going on? What's happening next? Now that we have Rick here, I think he's been plugged into so many genres. He sees us, he's seeing us in action. What do you think is going to be the future with Rick Ross and KINGPEN Coalition?
I think we're going to keep growing. We're definitely going to go through ups and downs. That's part of life, the ebb and flow of life. But I see us becoming an example of what can happen. We become that beacon of, we become